She was a wild child taken in by the convent, but she was fortunate enough to receive care from the Mother Superior. Her fate would change because of this beautiful woman.
Come ti chiami?
Modesta.
The Mother Superior repeated her name, her eyes sparkling with nothing but compassion. However, Modesta found herself drawn to a painting on the desk. In some mysterious way, it seemed to foreshadow her extraordinary life. The figure in the painting was Saint Agatha, whose story was one of self-sacrifice to become a saint. But by the end, Agatha had died horribly in flames. Modesta immediately fell into deep thought, for she too harbored a secret. It was a fire that had taken the lives of her mother and sister.
E c'era anche un uomo. Ti ha fatto del male. Me lo puoi dire?
Modesta didn't answer directly, only recalling that they had been fighting constantly. It turned out that Modesta had lived in Sicily in 1900. She grew up in poverty, and when she couldn't fill her belly, she would secretly eat raw eggs fresh from the nest. But her mother would always check, so she became accustomed to getting slapped. Because of her mother's favoritism toward her sister, she had actually raised the girl to become such a fat child that she couldn't even fit into shoes. Modesta's birth was treated as a burden, nothing but endless farm work and constant verbal abuse. Even when sleeping, she was only allowed to curl up at the foot of the bed. However, the dead of night was her happiest time, because she could secretly put on her sister's new clothes and run up to the rooftop to let loose. She actually remembered the name of every single star in the sky. But tonight, her mother had caught her, and the next day she was tied up outside the front door while her mother took her sister, all dressed up, to join the neighbors for a communion service at the church in town. In her drowsy state, she didn't know how much time had passed when she saw a man walking toward the alley.
A così tinda sei figlia mia?
No, fu Kinda che mi pigliò a coppa.
It turned out that the bearded man before her was actually Modesta's father, who rarely came home. She was finally saved, but immediately afterward, she noticed something wrong with the look in her father's eyes. Just then, her mother and sister suddenly returned from town.
E tu che ci fai qua?